All right, everyone, we're back. Almost like a 2 week hiatus. Why? Because as you guys can see, we have a new background. We're in a new environment. Believe it or not, this is a brand new drawing desk. This is still my original from my uncle who laid down the grid essentially for Cherry Hill, New Jersey, working for Pico. This is still his engineer's technical drafting table. But what I had to do was I had to get a whole new chassis for underneath. Spent about 3 bills for that, but it's steel. It weighs about 60 pounds. It's rocking and rolling. And here we go. We're total excellence. What is up? Cheers to you, buddy. We're in a whole new phase. We're in like a whole new era. I am nothing but excited. Freaking happy. Oh yeah, and the extra goodness. Thank you. I wanted to check in on you, dude, to see if you got them. Be on the lookout. Uzi Susie should already be on its way. We're going to get a little bit better with notifying people directly when things go out to them. Dude, I love you. Rock and roll. Cheers. We're also just drinking some flat out iced coffee today. This is maybe my fourth caffeine drink already. I've been rocking and rolling since about 5:30. That is when the babe woke up for a 24-hour shift at the hospital. Doctoring, not nursing, doctoring. I feel like I have to make that distinction because it's a clear delineation of roles and tasks. Okay, and doctors not nursing and vice versa, but they both need each other. Yeah, Skull Diamond. Oh, Skull Diamond. I am so in love with everything you're doing, dude. I guess we gotta give your TikTok a shout out because I know you just did something. I haven't seen it yet, but the whole like this is everything I need to make a comic book broadcast or stream or video or TikTok. Great idea, dude. I think I'm going to be stealing that. So part of what we're doing here, okay? Now, I'm hoping that when I watch the replay for this, I'm getting both videos in pretty high resolution. Now, since with all the drawing table stuff, reorganizing, realigning on my white paper, it's a lot of work. Even over here, uh, this way. Over here, I have a completely new monster level workstation. So you move, you upgrade along the way, you reorganize along the way. Uzi Susie 2 is just about ready to go to print. We have TBF 97 ready to go to print. These are all things I was like just on the precipice of completing before the move. And like I always approach the month going into a move like I do a holiday, where it's like a sprint, and it's a very highly productive time for me. So I did enough. In that really short baby amount of time to know I give myself a few weeks post move to get everything going. But we're doing it all. TBF Chapter 2 is just about finished. I'm hoping maybe even tonight we're going to do a TBF stream tonight. But along the way, we have to test things. So right now we're testing audio, we're testing visual. I upgraded my internet, found a couple more settings between my camera and StreamYard to broadcast at a higher capacity to take away some of that blurriness that really took away a lot of my motivation from previous streams. Aaron, what is up? My brother in arms, my fellow watchman. Aaron, I almost feel like we need you as a Watchman moniker. I just feel like you have to be the comedian, or maybe comedian too. Right? Because we can kind of say that the comedian has had children in Vietnam, right? Could even be American children. Well, whatever. Like I love it though. I love it. Yeah, no, dude, Aaron. Keep in mind, people, the Wolfpack trading cards. So through akapad.com, we're going to be announcing like the different waves and versions and printing variations of everything, and that will all be cataloged and available. So everything you have is a part of like the AKA Pad archive or library or collection. What we have coming up, because and, like I get to the point where I'm just excited for things I have access to. I'm excited for resources, if that makes any sense. I really want to do a spot UV coated black and white trading card that's like a slash prototype preview of series two. And series two is going to have who's it? It's like it's two characters. I forget what I called them. I want to say Dozer, not Dozer though. Okay. And then they'll have the Elder Wolf, which is the quote on the back of the Series 1 cards. And then we're going to move into full Series 1 versions, which will be bios on the back. Okay. See, I don't know if I like this. I feel like I'm tilted, right? Is it this? I think that needs to be a little bit up. I also have all new apparatuses too. I have we have like outside of the drawing table now, it's nothing but like cranes and levels for lights and laptop stands and all this stuff. Same over here with the production table or with the workstation. So look, I wanted to do this. I haven't done one of these in a little bit. I just hit the comic shop. My guy down there hooks me up. Great dude. I would get. I don't know if I would give them a shout out. out, but this is what got me in because I knew he had Kaboom 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and if you're not familiar with Kaboom, Kaboom is Rob Liefeld's. At this point in comic book history, it's Rob Liefeld's third comic book company. Extreme, the Maximum Press, then Awesome, okay, for Arcade, okay, and then he backed out of publishing. And as far as I understand, Awesome and Arcade completely liquidated his early Extreme characters through the different phases and partnerships he was making to fund those companies. I'll go on record. I want to do a little bit more of a detailed video on this. The Awesome Entertainment, you can tell just by the backs, okay? The Awesome stuff, it's probably the best designed work in comic book history, the best single branding, the best attitude, the best everything. Even here, like how they corrupt the logo. Now, keep in mind too, like see they use the logo wrap, like the trade dress wrap, but they find different ways to show off more of the artwork. This is a technique I'm currently using for Grok Comics. So outside of that, we have a beautiful run, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 of Deathblow. The only ones of these that I had was 19. No, it was 20 here, the Gen 13 issue, which is actually a pretty solid issue. So this is the second creative team involved with Deathblow. Now, this is a little bit of rotating artists, but we have Jeffrey Scott, primary artist, taken over from Tim Sale, who took over from Jim Lee. Workhorse for Wildstorm, prevalent in the trading cards. Jeffrey Scott, though, really, this is Duncan Ronlu here, who became one of the men of action. Imperious Rex is one of his image books, fantastic book. He also did a incredible version of Alpha Flight. But this is, we're dealing with the later years of Deathblow here. After his, like, you can argue, really good first arc. And Deathblow now is becoming more integrated into the Wildstorm universe. Later to die at the end of Fire from Heaven. Somehow it gets resurrected. I'm not even sure how he gets resurrected. You can really, on Wildstorm Wednesday, expect a full Death Blow retrospective. Okay. Now, keep in mind, everything we're doing here isn't chasing views. It's not doing it. It's just chasing my interest because the Wildstorm stuff doesn't get a lot of traction. I would assume that maybe look. Real quick side note, everyone. Isn't it amazing that we have a stack of books here and there's no sliding books? I always dealt with that. So I expect some traction with the Liefeld stuff, the Jeff Matsuda. But here we go. I got this randomly from a box. I only paid a few dollars for it. Really good condition. This was the only one of these crossovers that went down the memory hole. I completely forgot that this existed. I already read it. I read it halfway through at Whole Foods because Keith Griffin freaking wrote it. Maybe the worst cover of any of these, but this is, look, you have three of these, right? We have Badrock Wolverine, Youngblood X-Force, Gladiator Supreme, and I believe Spider-Man Badrock. So there's four. There's four Marvel Comics Maximum Press crossovers. Now, this is all along the heels of Heroes Reborn too. So keep in mind, there's like a synergy happening with Wildstorm and Marvel and Extreme Studios and Marvel. I think they were all jockeying to get purchased by Marvel at the time. DC, that later came in to buy Wildstorm, wasn't even in the play with either of the two studios or creative teams involved with anything Maximum, Extreme Studios, or Wildstorm. The artwork for this is Ed Bennett, right? Ed Bennett. Top notch for the time, coloring for the time. Some of the formatting for the pages seems off, but this is pretty much, it's a story of Gladiator building up like straight up resentment and hatred for Supreme, and they're seeing Supreme through like a Marvel Earth lens, meaning how they view the Marvel heroes. And Supreme, it was a commentary on the softness of the Superman archetype at the time. Really interesting. Really, it's interesting nonetheless. Can't wait to do something on this. And here we go. So the coup de grace for the comics, because we also have a box to open. So we're just gonna put these to the side. Look, I love Zen Intergalactic Ninja. I'm a huge Zen fan. This is Star Quest. Now, previously, I think I only had 2 issues of this. These are all really cool grade. Not that it matters. So I had my last place. I had a stack of Zen books that I left out in the rain because I fell asleep. I fell asleep on my back patio and just was reading comics in the sun and whatever. But they're still good. They dried out. I love the Jack Kirby memory shout out tribute. But either way, so we get something interesting here. We get Bill Miles, who's crowdfunding still in the game. Find him on Facebook. But we have like an upgrade of printing quality here, like, right? I mean, you guys can see that. So I love the correction. Issue 1, they got it right, but issue 2, yeah, don't forget about that Zen movie. So, and the reason why I focus on Zen Intergalactic Ninja is because cartoonist kayfabe, kayfabers, kayfake, they really crap on Zen, and Zen, believe it or not, is the model that everyone emulated, not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because Zen was designed for certain paths, had a similar like uptick, we'll call it, or upswing, but was a little bit more connected with Hollywood, with marketing, with PR, benefited from it. And it's just interesting that it's like you have to downgrade the turtle books after issue 10 or 11 because those guys couldn't keep up with it. and as the strength of a comic, the Zen books kind of always had a single voice. So it's hard to compare the two. It really is. So you guys can see I covered up my my new current address. Hopefully that doesn't show up. Yeah, dude, Supreme. Yeah, dude, Supreme is definitely like, do I want to say Supreme is the best Rob Liefeld creation? I kind of would, because we've seen so many different people touch Supreme and do good work. And Youngblood, the Joe Casey stuff with Youngblood, the Eric Stevenson Volume 2 Youngblood is there. The voice isn't. Okay. And I don't know. I would totally love to do a Supreme Volume 2, Issue 1 Redux with Heavy Metal, which was one of the teams involved with Supreme, to really do the whole commentary on a lot of the things that have happened to the Superman archetype in comics since then, which is essentially where I was going with Dark Hero. And more, we'll do more Dark Hero later, not today though. So here we go for Wildstorm Wednesday. No surprise. There we go. I just doxed myself. I just doxed. Son of a gun. Try to be careful. I'm just going to start opening these from the bottom. We have 2. I love it. I completely love it. And why do I love it? Because this is like the nut. This is Guys Shoot Your Shot. Wildcats. Extremely well handled, well accelerated from post X-Men 1 to Wildcats video game, action figure line, and cartoon series. I'm telling you, no, I don't think anyone did it better than what Jim Lee did and what McFarlane did. Okay, McFarlane seemed a little bit more purposeful and congruent. Jim Lee seemed the same, but in a broader audience sense. I think McFarlane had more success because he targeted a narrower audience, and it's easier to gauge and receive that. The Wildcats animated series trading card box set, right? We're going to crack one of these open. Wildstorm Wednesday. Now I have two giant Wildstorm Wednesdays coming up. I'm going to do a preview on everything there. These will be a part of that preview. So we're just going to wait to discuss these during that stream or video. So everyone, yeah, I mean, like it's almost like work time. I gotta go back, analyze this, check this out, take it from there. And one of the other things I'm trying to do real quick is I'm trying to get a camera facing my window, because I got a skyline to Philly now that I get to draw to, which is again amazing. And I kind of want that going at night, like just because the skyline is so freaking beautiful. It's so awesome. I want to show it off. I want you guys to be here with me and share it with me. If you can do anything, leave a comment, like, support, subscribe. You guys know the drill. And then if you're out there and you want to stream, DM me. Let me know. Okay? Rock and roll, everyone.